Hello, my dear friends. Today I will tell you a story about a dragon and a brave heart. Long ago, high up in the mountains, nestled between rocks and clouds, was a village where people lived simple lives, happy and carefree. Above the village, hidden in the dark and creepy caves, lived a fierce dragon whose fiery eyes burned like hot coals and whose roar shook the very foundations of the mountains. The people of the village knew about the dragon, and they told scary stories about him, stories of fire and danger and destruction. They said he hoarded great treasures in his cave, guarded by sharp claws and teeth. Because of these stories, no one dared go near the dragon's cave, no one except Elara. Elara was a curious girl with a kind heart. She didn't let fear control her. Instead, she often wondered if the stories about the dragon were true or just made up to scare children. Was the dragon really a monster, or was he just misunderstood? The thought wouldn't leave her mind. So one evening, when the sun painted the sky in hues of orange and purple, Elara decided to follow her curiosity. She took a small loaf of bread with her, and with a mix of excitement and fear, she started climbing the rocky path leading to the dragon's cave. As she climbed higher, the air grew colder, and soon she heard a sound that made her heart pound. It was a deep growl, like thunder rumbling in the belly of the mountain. Elara froze. Was this the dragon? Should she run? But then she remembered why she had come. Taking a deep breath, she continued until she saw a huge shape in front of her. It was the dragon. He was much bigger than she had imagined. His scales shimmered like 1,000 jewels, and his eyes, though fierce, held a hint of sadness. Instead of attacking her, the dragon surprised her by asking for water. Quickly, realizing that the dragon wasn't a monster, Elara felt sorry for him. Not only because he was huge and alone, but also because he seemed tired and hungry. So after giving him water, she offered him the bread she had brought. The dragon looked at her for a moment, then slowly opened his mouth. He ate the bread, and a small smile, like a crack in a dam, appeared on his face. It was the first time in many years that someone had approached him, not to slay him, but to offer him kindness. From that day on, Elara visited the dragon every evening. She brought him food and stories from the village. In return, the dragon shared his wisdom with her, teaching her about the skies and the secrets of the stars. As the weeks passed, an unusual friendship blossomed between the girl and the dragon. The people of the village noticed that Elara was spending a lot of time in the mountains, but she never mentioned the dragon to them. She knew they wouldn't understand. One evening, a storm raged over the village. The wind howled like a wolf, and the rain fell in torrents. The villagers huddled in their homes, and many worried for their crops and their livestock. Suddenly, a loud crash echoed through the village. Everyone rushed outside to see a huge tree lying across the street, blocking the path to the fields. Fearful whispers filled the air. Could it be the dragon? Had he gone mad? Then a large shadow fell over them. Looking up, they saw the dragon circling above. With a mighty flap of his wings, he stirred up the wind and the rain, lessening its fury. Then he landed gracefully in the village square, shielding the people with his enormous body. The villagers gasped in surprise as they realized the dragon wasn't a monster, but a protector. With his help, they cleared the path and reached their fields. From that day on, the dragon was no longer a creature of fear, but a friend. The villagers realized that sometimes what we fear the most are only waiting for our courage and kindness to reveal their true nature. And so, my dear friends, the tale of Elara and the dragon reminds us to be brave and kind, for you never know what wonders await you beyond your fears. When we open our hearts to those who are different, we might just discover our greatest allies. Just like Elara, if you dare to step forward with an open heart, you may discover that what looks frightening could become your greatest friend.